The countdown.
Yeah. Oh, all right. It says we're live. So it's doctor appointment for 2 episodes because we're terrible at hosting shows
That's all
in a
right.
timely manner.
Life gets in the way. I think
I
everybody can
Yet
appreciate it.
again, my sickness interfered, and then we were late today because of stuff.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
because of this stuff.
yeah, because Paige hurt herself, but it's okay. She's better now, kind
I
of.
am. Yeah.
Um, we're gonna talk about Listen and Time Heist, so the past 2 weeks worth of Doctor Who, and see, what we thought. Listen, I thought was not as creepy as I was hoping.
Yeah, the previews made it seem a lot creepier than it actually was because there
Yeah.
was no real villain.
And like most Doctor Who, I try to avoid the previews actually, but with the show, I've been trying to watch them, and I was like, I remember why I always stopped before the preview. Like always, last season, I would just stop. Like as soon as the credits rolled, I would never watch the preview stuff. And this is specifically why, because I would be like, oh, this is gonna be, and I'd be like, nope.
So with Listen, so the beginning, he's with the chalkboard, right?
hmm
And the chalk rolls over to him and he's talking about something that you can't really see. It's just out of the corner of your eye and all this stuff. And I was watching with my friend Alexis and she goes, oh my God, is this a silence episode? It's called Listen, Silence. So that was like the correlation she made from the
hmm
beginning, like, oh, the silence. And it made sense. It wasn't the silence though. And
Yeah,
like
I
once,
did. I made that same. I was like, oh, this is maybe gonna be the silence again.
yeah,
Have this
didn't see
weird
the
thing under a
silence.
blanket, and
Right,
then
okay. So they explained that the foot ankle grabber was
it's Clara.
Clara, but they don't explain who the kid under the blanket was that was ominously staring over them. How is that not something they come back
When
to?
okay, so who's was it the doctor then's ankle that she grabbed?
Yes. He
Okay,
was he was the one who was in the barn and he was afraid to sleep in the house with all the other kids because he didn't want them to know that he was afraid of the dark.
okay. That was my understanding too. And then I thought it was okay. I did like the end though, where she like says the thing to him that he says again, like earlier on
Yeah.
in the episode. I was like, oh, we're
There's
pulling it back.
also some of the things she said is also from a first Doctor Who, like
Oh, really?
first Doctor episode too. Yeah, fear
Oh,
makes
that's awesome.
companions of us all.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
cool. So they really did tie it into her kind of being from all over the timeline.
yeah, because she's
Uh,
the impossible girl.
yeah. Well, this was the first episode they really pulled, like this season that they've really kind of pulled in the girl thing again a little
Yeah,
bit. So that was cool. Like I was happy to see that being used because I've kind of been like, where is it? It was such a big deal last season, and then you just left it
yeah.
for a
I
couple
think it gives
episodes,
people to
really.
get acclimated with the new Doctor before they start
Yeah.
doing like major story arc.
Yeah. I thought this episode was cute. It was fine. It just left me with, okay, you know, let's go to next week because I saw those previews and I thought it was neat. How did were you the same boat basically? Just like, okay.
I felt like it was a filler episode, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that it had like nice, like you said, Clara going back and saying these things and comforting the doctor and being that voice of comfort that he then uses for other people like that. But overall, I wasn't disappointed with Listen, but I was definitely going in with a lot of a different expectation of it being like scary or creepy, and
hmm
I was just like, really? Like that was it?
Yeah, no, I mean it's like it's hard. I'm glad actually we waited because I was like this episode didn't have much to discuss to me. Like I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Although we did have was that the first date episode then? Yes, that was the
Yeah.
first Danny and Clara date, which was adorably hilarious and just so awkward. I really like him. I really cannot wait for him to be on the TARDIS.
Yeah, he's
Um,
he's great.
yeah, that was about the only feelings I got from that episode was, okay, I like this part, and then I was like, okay, are we done? Because like it was so filler. And then this past Saturday we had Time Heist, which was weird.
It
Really
was
weird.
weird.
Like the whole time, I kind of need to go back and rewatch it, knowing what happens. Because the whole beginning, I was just like, this is, okay, what the fuck is going on? Which we've had other episodes like that, where you're just kind of like, okay, okay. And then at the end, you're like, oh, okay, I'm an idiot because, like, duh, of course it was him. Although I kind of knew that was kind of what happened when they walked in that room, I figured, and he gave her the number. And a little before that, I was like, he must have done something at some point to cause them to come back to do something here.
Yeah.
Just the way it worked out, like, and I feel like there's been episodes like this before where like it was just kind of all a confusing mess. And then you got to the end and he's like, oh, it's this, and I don't know, I don't like those episodes, I guess. Like, I feel like they don't give me any like growth or anything for the characters. It's just like a mess of like all this shit happening in the end. Okay, this is why.
Yeah. In the time heist, when he's at the beginning, he's like, the phone's ringing. Like, nothing bad can happen when you answer the phone. I just go, something bad's going to happen.
I was like, you don't say that.
Come on. So, and then the memory worms, and I'm just like, oh, well, that was weird.
Mm-hmm. It was a jumbled mess of weirdness.
It was really hard to keep tabs on what was actually going on, and I think it was designed to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think it was a pretty decent episode.
Yeah, no, it was by no means. Yeah, I was definitely engaged. It wasn't a bad episode. I just I don't know how to describe those weird Doctor Who episodes like that. I'm like, you're just like stuck, and then at the end you're going, did I miss something? Was I supposed to figure this out?
Yeah.
Purposely misleading or what?
Yeah, it's one of the ones that you definitely might go back and rewatch to be like,
Yeah.
What didn't I see the first time around?
I really liked all the characters, though. Everybody was great. It was fun. It was quirky. Claire. I mean, we had our more great Doctor and Claire interactions where he was like, why are you taller?
Yeah.
Are you trying to reach a higher shelf? Or
your face is all colored in.
Yeah.
I like how completely like socially awkward Capaldi is taking the Doctor. Like, oh,
yes,
why are you taller? I like it.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying. I enjoyed that chunk of this episode too. Like, I thought that was good interaction.
I thought it was funny that the like cyborg kid from the future still had to plug in a USB charger to charge his brain. Like, seriously?
Wireless charging is not the future, Paige.
Right? Like, oh, I have this computer for a brain, and I could just download and delete memories here and there. And like, oh, hold on, wait, I gotta plug into this USB port. Powering down. Ian calls those kinds of like technology continuity issues BBC technology.
The BBC just discovered USBs. They're like, these jump drives are amazing.
Yeah, we should have a guy that you can plug them into his head. It's pretty funny though. I will say in that episode, like the girl dies first, like the new girl dies, being a loose term.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then the guy dies, and I'm like, oh, geez, they're killing off everybody?
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, we're going to kill everyone?
Yeah, like, what's going on?
We definitely saw more of his, like, detached coldness. Too,
yeah.
With everyone dying and Claire not dealing well with it.
No. It's very Machiavellian. It's like the ends justify the means type of thing, and he's okay with it. And he used to struggle with those kinds of things. And even apologize for them from time to time, even if he had to do it. But he seems pretty set, like, this is what I have to do.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I like it. I do enjoy it, though. I think it was a change for sure.
I definitely, I feel like the seriousness that the 12th Doctor has, or 13th Doctor, however you look at it, has.
On this show, he's number 12.
I know. Well, the only reason why I said that is because I said the 12th Doctor to somebody yesterday, and they're like, oh, do you mean Matt Smith? And I'm like, no, you fucktard. I mean the one that BBC is calling the 12th Doctor.
It's the War Doctor, the in-betweener.
Yeah, which he's not assigned a number. He's just the War Doctor. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, as for
Um,
anybody who wants to jump down our throats, we acknowledge that there's another doctor in play.
yes, we just on this show he is referred to as the War Doctor because it makes it easier.
hmm
I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. I left this episode like, okay, this was good, and then we got a little preview of my hubby Garrus in the next episode as a robot.
No.
Oh, what do you think of the ending where they save the race of aliens?
I thought that was really sweet. It was like kind of an unexpected, like Disney-esque moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of saw a rescue for the alien happening, like when they came upon how he was kept,
Yeah.
like his pen. I could just see like, this is never gonna fly for the Doctor. Like they're gonna realize that this creature is under duress in some way.
Oh yeah, I
I
agree.
felt like it was a little predictable, but it's nice. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I thought it was a good ending for, like, because I was kind of like, what, did they come back to get all this shit in this room? Because if that's the case, I was kind of like, whatever.
Right.
But since it was actually to rescue the alien's, like, wife or whatever, lover, I don't know,
Companion.
breeding, bring back their race
Yeah.
person, I thought that was nice. Like, I thought that was a good move on their part.
It really was. And they don't humanize it like villains. Like that alien was one of the villains, and they don't usually humanize them like that.
Yeah, that was definitely nice. And I felt like the alien to me looked very like Mass Effect-y, I guess. Like I totally felt like it was an alien you'd see walking around on the Citadel. So that was cool. And then, like I said, we have Garrus this week, in a few days, on as a robot or whatever. So that'll be good.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a new villain or a new enemy coming up next week. New robotic enemy. Which, to be completely honest, those are my favorites because I like robots. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm just excited because it's Garrus. Let's be real. I saw the preview pictures and was like, fuck yeah. I mean, behind me I have two Garruses. Look, I got this little dude. Space husband number one. And then even Dave refers to Garrus as my space husband. And then I've got the little toy one too. So, I don't have a Garrus problem. And I have a shirt with him on it. And yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah. So I was like, yay, space husband. Dave, he's just like, okay, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. But I'm excited. I don't know. They're doing interesting things at the least,
I like the season so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a whole, this season so far has been vastly improved.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for his Christmas episode since he is so detached.
I know. I like the detachment, though. It makes me feel less alone in the world. I used to be very detached and withdrawn as a young kid. And sometimes as an adult.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's it. Can you think of anything else?
Let me see. No, I think we covered them pretty quickly.
I know.
We rolled through it real quick.
That's okay. You're injured.
I am. I need to put ice on my face.
Yeah, so I figured we'd roll through this quick anyways, and I gotta make some phone calls. But that was this week's doctor appointment. Sorry it was a quickie, but it was still fun. Talk to us about these past two episodes in the comments, and we'll respond, and let's have some discussions.
We've had to miss something in our quick rendition of it.
Yeah.
So call us out on it, and we'll keep discussing.
Yeah. And you can check us out on Twitter at Paige Belmont for Paige, and I'm at Rabid Gummy Bear. Listen to us on the new Blank Showcast. It's on iTunes. You can subscribe. We talk about boobs, and I think we briefly brought that up last in our Talking Sith episode. So, which also go watch Talking Sith. We talk Star Wars every 2 weeks.
And Jedi Maternity Leave.
Yeah, and we're reading Heir to the Empire right now, so you can join us. We're not that far into the book. Or maybe you read it before, so you just can follow along. And that's
Go.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be covering the other eye with it.
I know. Cover the injured eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it though. Bye everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching.